What's going on, guys? So this isn't an assembly video. This is more of a educational video of basically when I first got this grip, I looked all over the internet to try and find a video on it, how to assemble it, what it was all about. Never could find one. So today I have 3 different grips. So this is the Aztech Chimera HPA Grip with a Wolverine cat in it. This is one of my main tournament guns. I also have a regular old ESG. This is the Generation 2, I believe, with a AirTac turbo in it. I also have a 3D printed replica of the ESG grip as well. So basically doing a versus video, which one to get, which one's the best, in my opinions on them. Chimera grip. So with this grip, it is a metal grip. It's also got some plastic in it, I believe. The biggest difference between this grip and the other 2 grips is that this grip it's vertical, or it's like diagonal, or it's slanted. So whenever it's got a completely different hold to it. So this is more, if you're more used to like normal pistol grips, then you'll be somewhat familiar with this type of feeling. Unlike the ESG grip, or even the aluminum one, which I've put one together but I don't own one. It's more of a vertical grip. It's more up and down. I believe they do come slanted, or you can try and find one that's slanted. But this one that I have, that's most common, is just straight up and down. The other one, the 3D printed one that I have on my buddy's jack that I built for him, the biggest difference with this 3D printed one compared to the regular version of it is that the regular version doesn't have this door on the back that's got kind of like a flare. See how it's kind of sticking out on the back? So and it's also a lot smoother. It's more straight up and down. I feel like it's a little bit longer, actually. It doesn't have the little hand grooves in it like the regular ESG does. I also found when I bought this that it has probably 1/4 to half the room in it for your FCU battery, stuff like that, than an ESG does. ESG already doesn't have a lot of room in it, but it's got, the regular ESG has more in it than this 3D printed one does. Now, like cost comparison, the regular ESG, it's about $120, $130 or so, without the reg. With the reg, depending on which one you get, usually the Polar Star Micro is about $130. The turbo that I have in it right now from AirTac is $100. Where the other one, this grip by itself is $45 from a guy that I got off a hop up with the Polar Star rig. So you're thinking about probably $170 in this whole grip, where the other one is about trying to do math off the top of my head, like $230. So for $50 more, you're getting the real thing, basically, with a tournament lock. The other one, the 3D printed one, does not come with a tournament lock. So, in my opinion, get the real thing. Just get the real thing because it's going to hold up better than this 3D printed one is. Chimera grip compared to an ESG. The ESG grip, your door, it just sits on the back. So you just unscrew a screw and your battery compartment is in there. The thing that I really like about this Chimera grip is that it's double-sided. So these silver doors or plates on the side are your compartment doors, and you have one on each side. So what I usually do is I run my FCU on one side of it and then my battery on the other side of it. So usually I only have to unscrew one side off to be able to get to my battery to take it in and out. But it probably has about twice as much battery space as an ESG does, whether it's the metal one or it's the polymer one. So that's what I really like about this grip, why I wanted it. Kind of also give you another question that I've gotten at the field and stuff is like, what tanks or how long do some of my tanks last? So this one right here, it's a 13 CI. It will last me, if it's full, maybe 5 mads, maybe. This other one, so this is I can't stand it up straight. This is a 4568. This will last me forever. It'll last me quite a while. But it's heavy, and it's heavy on the grips, and it's also not as comfortable and maneuverable. This one though is the brand new HK Air 4500. This will last me not as long as that 68 will, but it's a lot more maneuverable and it holds way more than this one does. So, and they weigh about the same. The only difference really is that this is a straight tube, this is like ovular. So the feeling's a little different, but it's still very usable. The difference, I would say, with this 3D printed grip compared to a normal ESG. So normal ESG, 3D printed grip. This 3D printed grip, I guarantee you, especially if you're an aggressive player, cannot handle that 68. It can handle the black tank, or it can handle this 13 CI tank easy, but not anything bigger than that. Or you're more than likely gonna break your grip. On the other hand, my normal ESG, this has a Wolverine Inferno in it with a Blackleaf speedboard, so it has a clicky trigger, like a Fusion. This could easily handle any one of those tanks. Do I recommend the 68 on this? No, but it can handle it and I'm not worried about it. Now, for the Chimera grip. So the Chimera grip, it can handle any one of those tanks. I did find that with only 2 screws into, at least in my body, into this body, unless you Loctite it, it's going to start to get loose. I will tell you though that running my black HK Air tank in a tournament, even with it loose, I was worried about it, but I was more worried about the grip coming off than the grip itself ever breaking. So now, compared to like assembly of the ESG grip to this one, I would say that probably this one's a little more difficult to put together than an ESG is. Taking the rag apart, putting it in here, assembling the whole grip, because it comes into 2 pieces, where it comes in this like bottom half of the regular sets, and also the top of the grip part of it. I will say that if you are trying to convert your micro line when installing this, if you already have it cut for a regular ESG grip, trying to transfer that same line into this one, it's going to be too short. It's going to be too short. So you'll either need a different micro line, or hopefully you gave yourself another half an inch of micro line extra in your ESG grip. But I really like this grip. If you want to see an assembly video of this grip, I hated putting it together, but I'd do it because there isn't one anywhere out there on YouTube. So if you'd like that, tell me down below. So final thoughts with this is, if you're wanting to get used to, see if you even gonna like it, you could try a 3D print one just to see if you're gonna like it, or just use a buddy's, just to see if you're gonna like it. It does get some used to if you're used to, like me, when I first was trying this type of platform out, from a stock to not having one. So don't knock it till you give it an honest try. But if you guys want an in-depth review on all 3 of my ESGs, then just let me know and I will gladly do it. But thank you very much, and you guys have a great day. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Bye.